Hey guys, back with another video. Today, everyone seemed to be really worried about Steam Deck game compatibility and whether or not is an issue. And it seemed to be that a lot of people decided to report on it pretty much all at once. You even had guys on like Review Tech USA talking about it. And as I pointed out in my earlier videos, there's going to be quite a few games that don't work and that aren't fully tested. As we can see on Tom's guide here, they're pretty scared. They're pretty scared about, Steam Deck might not run all of your games out of the box. The Steam Deck's Proton layer cannot run a lot of games, but some incompatibility could remain. And then they go on to say, the Valve Steam Deck is set to be released in December and thus far shaping up to be as a portable PC for your Steam Games library only may not be the case after all, at least not at launch, according to James B. Ramey, president of software and development outfit Codeweavers, a company that's been working alongside Valve on the Proton compatibility layer that supports Steam Deck's Linux OS. Ramey noted that it's pretty unlikely that every Steam game will run on the handheld computer. And that's pretty much what Valve has said themselves. They've been a little more positive, but Valve has pretty much been upfront that they are confident in the Steam Deck software and that it can play all the Steam games a person has. But there likely will be some issues with some games because there will be compatibility issues on the Proton DB site that tracks the compatibility of Proton. So if we see this, the Proton stats, they look pretty decent. The top 10 games, 40% are borked or broken, and 60% are playable. But if we look at the top 100 games that people play, 78 to 79% are playable or better. And if we look at the top 1,000 games, 94% of the games are playable or better. So the compatibility is very good. When we expand the games out of the top 1,000 games, it looks very good for Valve Steam Deck. But getting to 100% compatibility is probably going to be a challenge. And there will likely be compatibility issues when the system launches with some games. But over time, Valve will probably address those issues and get compatibility better over the next coming months and years. Proton basically is doing emulation of Windows calls to POSIX Linux calls. So there's undoubtedly going to be pains and some incompatibility for a while. And some titles, they just may never work properly on Proton. You have the same thing in video game emulation. Sometimes things just do not work. So I'm thinking that, these statistics, there might be 1%, 0.5% of games that just straight up never work because there's just the emulation in the compatibility layer of Proton. Doing Windows calls into POSIX for Linux just may never work for certain games for whatever reason. If it's anti-cheat or it's just the game uses some Windows specific feature that's only Windows only and just Proton can't handle that conversion in that specific game, could happen. So we'll see. That's it for this one, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and see ya.